What is up? Welcome to the NBA Rundown, brought to you courtesy of Run Pure Sports and Run Pure Bets. I'm your host, Astaire, joined today by Tyler Hicks. And Tyler, man, we've been doing great this playoffs, but I'll admit I did not do well yesterday, right? I said the one team that I thought it could cover was the Pelicans, and they're the one team that doesn't. So just absolutely terrible performance on my part last night. Really disappointed. Although I do feel, I like the Heat. That was the play we gave out to the subscribers, and I feel like I got the rug pulled out from under me with the Jimmy Butler news. Memphis was a lean that we gave out on the show, but disappointed it didn't get there. That was an exciting game, though, right? And then Phoenix, I don't know. I guess I should have known that. I don't know. I'll be interested to talk to you about those games tomorrow night. Let's talk about what we saw last night, though. Even without Jimmy Butler, even without Kyle Lowry, the Hawks are eliminated. DeAndre Hunter was the story of the game. Trae Young had a bad series, only averages 15 points a game. They're crushing other guys for not getting it done in the playoffs. It seems like we're pretty silent about Trae. What are your takeaways of the Atlanta Hawks, that game, and what they need to do on the offseason?
I think they definitely got to get Trae another star, like just a co-star to his Robin to his Batman, because he can't do it all by himself, and he also can't bank on guys like Herter. DeAndre Hunter had a great game last game, or Bogdanovich, because these guys show up, and then the other games they don't show up. He needs that consistent second star. So I think they need to get rid of like Capella's money and John Collins' money, which is going to be tough to do, but I think you got to try and get somebody else in there.
I think Collins is an attractive trade asset.
Yeah, but it's like, where do you trade? Like, what do you move them for? Like, do you try and go after a Rudy Gobert?
You get a first-round pick in the 20s.
Yeah.
A Rudy would be perfect. My question is, can Trae be a Batman when he's so bad defensively?
Scorer.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they need another scorer, because you've seen it. I mean, Miami plays, I'd say, the second best defense in the league behind Boston. But, I mean, they just locked on that last possession of the game spread. They wouldn't even let them get the ball in bounds.
Yeah.
They inbounded it. They were under the hoop. They were like, you're not shooting any threes right here. So I think the way this is panning out, it's looking like it's going to be Miami and Boston in the conference finals.
And we're not writing the Bucks off like that, buddy.
I am, because without Middleton, I don't think they beat Boston.
All right, we'll see. I'm not ready to write off Giannis.
I think it'll be those two in the conference finals. Those games will be neck and neck till the fourth quarter. And then it comes down to, do you trust Jimmy Butler and Tyler Hero, or you trust Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown? And that's where I think Boston prevails and pushes on.
Hot takes here, Tyler. All right. Yeah. As you can see, we didn't have a guest from the DFS side today, but Tyler bringing up the slack, giving out some opinions. And we'll get into that a little bit more, because I'll tell you what, I'm not giving up on my Bucks so easily. And I can't wait to see how that matchup goes. You're not going to be able to punk Giannis the way you punk Kevin Durant, right? I mean, you're not going to be able to get physical with him the way Jason Tatum was able to move Durant where he wanted him and push him around. Giannis is going to be able to do that same exact opposite thing. So I can't wait to see a couple people in the chat, like the Warriors coming out of the West. What do you think of that?
If Devin Booker's not back, I mean, they're a clear-cut favorite.
Yeah, I can't wait to see. All right, well, let's dive in tonight. My hot take is I think the Mavericks have a chance to mess with Phoenix, because Luka's that one guy, as good as the defense that Phoenix plays, he can beat even the best defense, right? He's just that like X factor where he could go off for 30 even against top-notch level defense, right? So it'd be interesting, man. CP, he had tape on his fingers last night, maybe not 100%. Booker not 100%. Mavericks team plays really good defense as well. Let's just hope they get it done tomorrow night, man. I want to just get rid of the Jazz altogether. It's funny. I listen to jazz music all morning. You should be the one wanting to get rid of the Jazz. You don't even listen to it, Tyler.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, let's jump into let's see. Hold on. We got to go back to Memphis real quick. What is up with that series?
I think you've seen it last night. Memphis got, outside of like Desmond Bane, these Memphis shooters stink spread. They're so hit or miss. And you've seen it last night in that third and fourth quarter. They were letting Dylan Brooks, Jaren Jackson, Ja all shoot wide open threes. None of them were going in. The 1-3 Ja did manage to hit was the one that mattered the most, and it was at the end of the game to take the lead. Mm-hmm. So if they're going to shoot that bad from three, they definitely got to pick that up, because once you play a team like Golden State, if you get into a track fight with them and they're hitting threes, you just can't keep up. So definitely got to work on the perimeter shooting for them.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, and I don't want to overreact too much to one series, but it doesn't seem like either of these teams are going to be able to keep up with the Warriors. And I know people are loving Memphis for their regular season success. Also, the fact that Memphis matches up really well with the Warriors, right? They're quick and athletic on the perimeter. I think they have the personnel to run with that Death Star lineup, or whatever we're calling it now, the pool party, whatever we want to call it, because they can run Jackson there at the 5. It's going to be interesting here. But boy, the Warriors are looking sharp tonight, and we're going to get into that game a little more as well. Pelicans, are we writing them off? I mean, I know they play Game 6 in New Orleans tomorrow. I don't know. What did you make of that game? You're muted. You're on mute.
I think they could win Game 6.
Okay.
I think they can win Game 6 for sure at home, force a Game 7. There's also that weird conspiracy theory going around on Twitter that they're dragging out the Phoenix series.
To let Booker heal?
Yep, to let him heal so he's there for the Golden State one.
Yeah, I mean, I think that takes a little bit from the Pelicans, away from the Pelicans. I think they'd be fine just getting this thing done. I don't think you want to go into a Game 7 with those shooters.
No, I don't think so either,
right?
But I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I think Phoenix would win a Game 7, right? But I mean, you got guys like Ingram and McCollum that if they get hot, boy, that can go either way. Yeah, hey, Mikal Bridges last night, man, he looked good. That's the type of performance they're going to need from him going forward if they do want to come out of the West, even though they had the NBA's best record. All right, and let's be honest, full disclosure, tonight sucks. Tonight sucks.
Yeah,
if you got a girlfriend or you're married, maybe tonight's the night you take her out, right? I mean, hey, I'm going to be watching these games, but I'll tell you what, these aren't good games to bet on. I think these lines are done really well. And the last time I said that, right, I said the line was done really well. Toronto actually obliterated them and won straight up. So let's, right, we talked about Philly at -8 or -7 or whatever they were in that game, the Game 5 that we all just assumed that Philadelphia was going to win. So great example that we shouldn't just assume these teams are going to win. But come on, let's talk about the Bulls and the Bucks. Milwaukee Bucks -12.5 at home, total 217.5, plus 753 for the Bucks for the Bulls on the money line. Let's look at how ugly this is, though. Alex Caruso out, Zach LaVine out. Now you got the secondary scoring option. I mean, you can argue Vooch, but whatever. But you got the best defender on that team. They're already missing Lonzo. Now they go back to this all-offense team that was essentially a lottery team last year. You just replaced DeRozan and LaVine, right? But, I mean, this is when these teams can't defend, they're a lottery-level team. And Caruso means so much to this team. I even think they absorbed the loss of LaVine easier than Caruso, especially the current LaVine, who, the report came out today. His knee's only 50%. He's definitely getting surgery like the first day he can on the offseason, which is something that we've all noticed going into this. I mean, to me, this is Bucks or pass. I'm not excited about laying 12.5 though. What do you think, Tyler?
Yeah, I'm on the same page as you. It's Bucks or pass for me. I'm going right back to that Giannis over 13.5 rebounds because it's plus money again on FanDuel. And he's hit
no way. It's a way worse number for me. You're so lucky there.
He's hit that 3 or 4 games against them. The only game he didn't was the game they ran him right off the floor by halftime, and he only played 28 minutes. I
do have plus money. I'm hitting that right now.
I don't mind Chicago's under on their team total 102.5 because I just don't see how they score points. You're taking their best 3-point shooter off the floor, one of their other top 3-point shooters in Caruso off the floor. DeRozan doesn't shoot threes. If he can beat me with twos to get over 103 points against this defense, I'll take it. And then as for the side, I mean, there's no way I'm taking the Bulls. It's Bucks or pass for me.
I just maxed it at Bookmaker. They moved it 5 cents if I want to hit it again. But plus 109 on Bookmaker right now. What plus number do you have for that one?
Plus 108.
Oh, yeah. See, I think that's a great number. I can't believe that I got that. Our guy Dennis, he says, you got DeRozan and a bunch of scrappers. 12.5 seems like a lot. Hey, I agree with you, man. I said, Bucks or pass, but I'm not running to bet this. I'm not running to bet this game. I'm fine taking tonight off. I'm tailing some joy working baseball. I got tennis that's going to start at 2 in the morning. I don't necessarily love this card, but I do love talking about the NBA. So we're going to continue to break this game down. What other ways are we looking here, Tyler, to get involved in this from a prop perspective or a player performance double perspective?
I mean, you could maybe target like a Brook Lopez having a big game. You could do him 2+3s and win, or they have him 3+3s and win at plus 390. If you think Giannis just goes off and maybe Chicago keeps it close, he has gotten close to triple doubles. Him triple double and win is plus 440. If you think Pat Connaughton,
what's your projection there for minutes? Let's say it is a blowout.
30.
At what point do they pull him?
If it's bad like that one game, they'll pull him at 30.
That's why I think the Giannis triple double is tough.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I said if you think they keep the game close,
wouldn't you rather just have the plus 12.5 at that point if you think they keep it close? All right, what else you got for me?
The other ones I was looking at were Pat Connaughton 15+ points in Milwaukee wins if you think he has a big game, or you can go the Bobby Portis route 3+3s and win plus 285, or 20+ points and win plus 310.
What about our other guy? What about our Duke prodigy?
He's not on here.
Oh, okay. Are you interested in him at all? Because he did great for us on DFS.
I mean, he could definitely have another big game. I mean, he's played well in all the other series. I'd have to see what they set his numbers at because he has put up 20+ points in that one game. They might have him set at 20+ and win, to where I don't think he's good for 20. If I got a 15, then maybe.
I can't wait to watch the final countdown tonight because I want to see how they navigate the slate. 2 games, both with blowout potential. Right? I mean, this is why those guys make their money. I think this is a tough one to navigate here. As well. And I think that you're seeing that the same side. So let's just say, right, because, just because you and I like the Bucks doesn't mean they automatically blow them out. Let's say, you did like the Bulls. Who are some players you're looking at over here? I see DeRozan at 29.5, Vukovic at 20.5. I kind of like that one a little better. I don't want to do these Patricks. I don't know. Then Ayo Dosunmu did pretty good when Levine was out before. He's at 10.5. Any way that you would look for some of these Bulls players?
I mean, maybe a Vooch one if you like the Bulls. If you're going to bet them, probably their 3 props, like Vucevic over 2.5 threes, Patrick Williams over 1.5. But for the most part spread, I'm just staying away from the Bulls. I just didn't even really look at their side. Mm-hmm. I think it's either a blowout or it's one of those games that just kind of hangs in blowout range and they like come back a little bit. Bucks open it back up, and it's just never like a contest.
Like kind of like the Miami game last night, where I never felt like the Hawks were going to win, right? Like Heat money line, right? You never even when they're like, oh, they're making this a game. Like, first of all, Reggie Miller is absolutely terrible, dude. That's bad. I'm throwing on like classical music on my other TV rather than listening to him. I think that could be instructive for tonight, right? I mean, that's why I don't want to lay the 12.5. I could see a game where the Bucks are firmly in control the whole time, but they don't cover. I mean, like I said, you forced me to take a pick. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And in fact, if you do think it's a blowout, wouldn't you almost want the under more?
Yeah, but it's a 217, and I could see Milwaukee hanging a $120 to where you're not playing the game of can they hold them under 100 points. So that'd be my only worry there.
Yeah. Our guy, Degenerate, is it Jeter? I mean, I always want to say Jeter. Like, I was always assuming that you're just like degenerate Derek Jeter that's just like betting so much instead of sleeping with hot single women. But he made a good point. We made so much money fading the Bulls. Are we really going to pass up on our last opportunity?
Yeah, there's no chance I'm passing it up. if that was a question directed towards me, no chance.
Okay. All right. It might be. Oh, it's his last name. All right. So Derek Jeter with more testosterone there, and that's why he is a degenerate betting all these games. Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, if you like Reggie Miller, to each his own. I don't think he adds a lot to the game personally. I don't know. I wasn't even that big a fan of him in Indiana. Like, I guess I was kind of rooting for him. I like those Davis brothers. I thought they were pretty cool because they're all buff and stuff. But all right. Anything more on this game, Tyler? It might be a quicker show today, dude. I'll be honest. I don't love these games. Is there anything else from this game that we're missing that we need to talk about?
I don't think so. I mean, unless like maybe there's a path where Chicago wins it, but I don't see it. But it is the NBA we're talking about, so they could sneak a win out. But I'm sticking with the script of Milwaukee kind of just takes them out, beats the hell out of them, and just puts them out of their misery.
Is there anything that you could see tonight that will get you to come to my side and like the Bucks against the Celtics?
No. Unless Middleton walked back out on the floor and played 30 minutes and they were
You
full
think he's
strength.
that important?
When you got to play a series like that, yes.
I mean, he's super streaky, man. I mean, I don't know. It just more usage for Giannis is fine with me.
What if they kind of game plan to slow him down, though? They build the wall. Now it's all right. We ran Brooklyn off.
Giannis goes through those walls now.
Yeah,
he learned how to beat the wall. Like call him Reagan, right? He tore that wall down.
What if Al Horford gives him the Embiid treatment and he just like pulls out this cheat code?
But Giannis isn't Embiid. Giannis is not Embiid. He's faster. He's got more handles. He doesn't blame his teammates when things go wrong. He actually takes accountability. No. Horford not getting it done. All right. It seems like the chat agrees with you. Hey, man, I like going here. Might be another. Could you imagine if they swept the Bucks? First of all, let's give the Celtics credit. Not only did they say, screw you guys, we'll take on Brooklyn, they beat Brooklyn faster than the Bucks beat the Bulls. And that was the matchup everyone wanted, right? Was to take advantage of these baby Bulls. So, all right, this is going to be so much fun, man. And the great thing about the NBA playoffs is these storylines keep getting better. We just eject these weak teams that we don't want to watch anymore, like the Bulls and the Jazz. It sucks because our fades are gone. But as far as us doing content and breaking down the show, I cannot wait
for the next round.
Yeah, I cannot wait. So let's go on to the next game tonight. And I'll tell you what, I like this game more if I'm going to lay points because the Golden State Warriors are front runners, right? I mean, this team, they're just champions too, right? Obviously, they can come back. Those third quarter Warriors were stuff of legend. But when this team gets hot and this team gets going, they really pour it on. I trust them to cover the spread more tonight than the Bucks. And it's also 3.5 points less. So this team is just playing so good. I mean, Andrew Wiggins is like their fifth option on offense when they go to that pool party lineup or whatever you want to call it. Nuggets, great series. You know me, I've been a Jokic guy all season, but I mean, me and you have a chance of making that squad the way that they're playing right now. Monty Morris game, not expecting
maybe
that
if their front office didn't trade Donovan Mitchell for Tyler London and Trey Lyles, he'd have some help.
When was that? Like 5 years ago?
No, it was like 3 years ago.
All right. I mean, I guess you got a point there. I don't know if I even want Donovan Mitchell on my team at this point, though. We can get into that.
He'd be better than Monty Morris and all the other guys there right now.
You're absolutely right. I mean, and you know what? He might actually try on that team. Maybe he likes playing with Jokic. I don't know. So I see our guy, the Sports Keg, in the chat. What's up, Keg? Can you give a side on Mavs Jazz? Does Tyler even smile? We had a pretty good chat today, even though, we're not having the DFS guys here. So I don't know, Tyler. I like the Warriors here. I'm going to go ahead and lay the 9. I was hoping to get less of a number. I don't see anyone betting the Nuggets, though. I don't see this line getting any better. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I see 8.5 on FanDuel. Give me Golden State. I think they blow them out. I'm going right back to Wiggins rebounds prop at 5.5 because there's already reports that they're thinking about starting that lineup of Poole, Curry, Thompson.
Why would
Wiggins,
they do that? Why would they do that?
Tired of playing with their food. They want to run them off the floor right off the bat.
The only reason I don't like it, like long term, is because I like making the opposing coach, have to guess when it's coming.
I like that idea too. But some other props I was looking at, you could do Jordan Poole over 4.5 assists at plus 120. Mm-hmm. Because if they're all three out there together right off the bat, then it's just going to be kind of who has the hot hand. Mm-hmm. And if it's Steph or Clay, he's just going to defer to them. Clay's points are set at 23.5. I think that's way too low. I think he blows that number out. And if you want to go to the Jokic props, you can, but I could see this being one of them games where Golden State kind of punches him in the mouth. He's getting frustrated, and he gets that late game tech, and he gets himself booted. So I'm going to stay away from his props.
From Draymond?
No, from Jokic.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that could happen. I'm sorry. When you say technical, immediately Draymond comes into my mind. Dave says Warriors are treating this game like a round 2 warm-up. Yeah, it'd be funny if they did that, right? Because they were completely experimenting with lineups last time. I mean, they're running with Kuminga out there. I mean, really, it didn't really seem like they were trying to win. Felt like they were trying to get some of their younger guys some experience. So those are some props you like there. Total of 226. Once again, because I expect a blowout, I think it correlates to the under.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I'm not going to bet the under because God forbid Denver shooters shoot well tonight and they keep it kind of close.
I don't think they're going to.
Me neither, but I'm going to stay away from the under. But some of these player performance doubles, I mean, Andrew Wiggins, 15 plus points and win plus 130.
Mm-hmm.
Clay 5+ threes and Golden State wins plus 210.
5+ threes. That's a lot, though.
Jordan Poole 6+ assists and Golden State wins plus 280.
That's your best one you've said so far.
Draymond 10+ assists and Golden State wins plus 290. Wiggins 8+ rebounds and Golden State wins plus 350.
What's Draymond's assist log been like? Is he getting that a lot?
I think he went over 10 one time in this series. I'll pull it up now.
Yeah, that seems like it's low to Draymond.
Yeah, in the 4 games, he's went 9 assists, 6 assists, 10 assists, 6 assists.
Yeah, I think they should have processed that one a little higher. And I said, is there any just props you like there? I mean, I know everyone's going to spend up for Jokic, right, in the DFS side. Are you liking any of his props here?
Who was it?
Like Jokic and the rest of the Nuggets?
No, I didn't want to play his props because I'm scared he's
going to the tech. I'm sorry. Yeah. You did say that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and some of the other props we went over were the Wiggins rebounds, the Poole assists, and the Klay Thompson's points.
What about fading that Monty Morris? It's only 12.5. Bones Highlands over 10.5. I almost like that one if I was going to play a Nuggets prop. Bones Highland over. Just seems like, especially if things are going wrong, good chance.
Yeah, he's kind of throw him out there.
Run. Yeah.
You could bet a Jeff Green over a half a three. He just needs to hit 1 3 for you at minus 108.
That's not bad either. That is not bad either. So, all right, guys, kind of a quicker show today because we don't necessarily love this card. But
looking like 2 blowouts too, so it's like there isn't much to talk about.
Yeah, and I mean, we've been wrong before, but I don't think we're going to be wrong tonight, right? Unless we get some crazy news after we log off like we did yesterday. I mean, how lame was that? Like the one day I have to move the show early, and then we we get the news that we would have had, right? And we would have been able to handicap that game properly. And unfortunately, we weren't. But I don't know. I don't see any crazy thing tonight. Although I do think that them starting that Death Star lineup would be crazy. So I'll definitely be keeping an eye out for that news. Hey, here's a good question. I didn't know this. Is there like a team total for over under threes?
I haven't seen one.
That's actually a cool idea, man. You should email FanDuel or whoever you use. I'll just call you DJ from now on since I'm getting your last name wrong. So DJ, I think you should do that. I think that'd be a fun one to bet, right? Just for the whole team, especially because, you don't get killed on an injury like we did with that Booker prop, about a week ago that I'm still not over. So, all right, Tyler, let's do it for today. I think that it's pretty obvious where we're going, but best bet, side total prop, what you got?
I'm going to take that Giannis over 13.5 rebounds and the Wiggins over 5.5 rebounds, both plus money.
Giannis and Wiggins. All right. I like that a lot too. I like that Poole assist ones that you gave too. I'm just going to go straight. I like my sides. I like just picking who's going to win. You get to use all the stuff that's not in the box score. I'm going Warriors -9 here. Best bet for today, Warriors -9. Now, Tyler, it's going to be harder to make this really like a home run play, but maybe like a ground rule double parlay today. Like we could at least get a little bit of money. Do you got something you want to put together?
I don't right now. I'll have something in the Discord forum though later.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be the home run though, right? Just a ground rule double today. Maybe just gonna be a little 8-1, a little 10-1.
Yeah, ain't much you can do with 2 games unless we go crazy. But
2 games that aren't lined closely. So when you do these player performance doubles, because you're erasing 12.5 points or 9 points off the spread, you're not getting those huge payouts, right?
Yep.
So I mean, I guess when you do those same game parlays, if you throw up like 4 or 5 legs, that's where it gets tough though. So, but make sure you are. In that Discord, if you are a member of Run Pure Sports. If you're not, head on over to runpuresports.com. Use that promo code GETBETS to become a member. It's usually signed. I don't do tennis today, but hey, it's short show. He's asked me if there's any Madrid futures. WTA Madrid will start while I'm sleeping. Probably won't get up for it. Let's be honest. But it's a really fun tournament. I enjoy it a lot. And, if you're on the East Coast, it starts at 5 a.m. So you can wake up, have some coffee, bet some tennis. He's looking at Rybakina Q1 plus 300. Interesting. Collins Q2 plus 500. Worried about her health. I don't know if I get there. Rybakina Badosa final plus 5,000. Yeah, I really like that. I'll tell you what, I do like Paula here. I like Maria. And remember, this is the fastest clay out of all of them signed. So this is your time to hit those power players, right? Reigning champion, Sabalenka, right? Kvitova's won it. The only 3 active players that have won this tournament are Kvitova, Halep, and Sabalenka, right? So it shows you that this is where the power is going to play. But yeah, I mean, I think that they've put that in there. So better outright. DJ, thank you for hanging out. The rest of the chat, thanks for hanging out. My guy Richie Smalls is in here, but I'll still remind everyone to hit that like button on your way out. We will be back tomorrow with JSU. So, hey, even though it was a short show today, guaranteed we're going long tomorrow.
Yep.
So we will make up for it tomorrow. We'll be diving into all the playoff series. Hopefully, these two are resolved tonight and we can start looking ahead. We got 3 great games tomorrow. So even if we didn't have JSU on, it was going to be a long show because I love these matchups tomorrow. That's why I said, like, hey, hey, take Tyler's player doubles, right? Make a little money. But you don't even need to watch the game. Take your wife out to dinner, jump on Tinder, swipe right, Netflix and chill. Do whatever you want to do. I don't think these are the best games. Make a little money and run